Holy moly.
Jana, you decided to participate in senior day today. Just how are you feeling, and what went into the decision to participate today instead of maybe later on?
I'm finished my degree here at UConn, so I just wanted to be able to walk, and I finished academically, so I felt like that was fitting, and I was really proud of that moment of graduating, even though I have more years of basketball to play, but I feel like being able to graduate from college is a big moment. So being able to walk for senior day was phenomenal, and being able to walk with ice, couldn't ask for more.
KK, we heard yesterday that you guys were placing bets on who was going to cry today. Did anybody cry that you weren't expecting, or not cry that you were expecting to?
I'm not even gonna lie, Khalees, like, we expected, like, to be, like, me, her, and a couple of others to cry, but she actually, like, cried the hardest, I think, in my opinion. So I was actually surprised about that, because I was like, oh, she's gonna keep it in real quick, but no. She actually was top one, so.
Casey, this is your second senior day. How did this one compare to last year?
It definitely feels different knowing that there's no maybe. At the end of this, there's no maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel very loved, surrounded by love, and then also just like super proud of the seniors I'm standing by, and everyone that's been, or all of the seniors that have been here. Well, I guess this is Sarah's first year, but the other three, like, we've been through so much together, and to have seen Jana and Ice and Caroline from start to now senior night, it's been such a roller coaster. It's been nothing but easy and straightforward and like smooth. So to see where we are now and how much we've grown and whatever that looks like for each individual person, I just think it's so special to see, and like where everyone is now in their individual journey.
KK, can you look at the seniors, the inspiration you draw from what they've had to do just to get on the court with all the injuries and all the obstacles they've had to face in 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I feel like this group of seniors, just the amount of adversity that they had to battle through, and it's just admiring coming in as a freshman, as I was, just looking at all the, like I said, the adversity they had to go through, watching them, just how they carried themselves, how they were just kind of eager to get back on the court, but they also just helped people on the court as well. They were always just a voice trying to help, whether that was outside, on court, or anything. So just having them, and just kind of this year, just kind of congratulating them of what they've done, and of course we have more games left. Just having the opportunity to just congratulate them today has meant a lot to our team. So.
Easy, how hard is it to balance the emotions of such a wonderful day like today, but then knowing you still got work ahead of you guys?
Well, I'm actually really grateful that they moved the senior day stuff to the end. That makes it a little bit easier, but I would say we're in a like special position where we know, especially now we have another XL game, or whatever it's called, PBA game. So it's not like technically our last home game, last one in Gamble for regular season, but hopefully, we'll have 2 more. So it's really just about celebrating. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna cry because like we still have so much season left. But then I was like let me just think about like seeing your video. I cried right away. I was like just thinking about what everyone's been through. So just I feel like keeping my mind on like they're all happy tears, just celebrating. But it's like we know we have so much season, but just taking this moment to really like reflect and appreciate what these last 4, 5, 1 years, depending on who it is, has been like.
AZ, when you think about the roller coaster ride that this senior class has been on, how do you feel like that has had an impact on the success that you've had recently and the position that you guys are currently in to be able to continue to have more success later on this season?
Yeah, I think what this senior class and what everyone who's a part of this team has been through has really built us, and it's challenged us. It's made us grow in ways that we didn't think we would need to, and I think it's brought us closer for sure. But going through, experiencing, whether it's an injury, just hardship, whatever it is, it's made us closer on the court, off the court, and it's made us a better team for it, from going through it.
AZ, So you've had a lot of young fans travel to see you all. A lot of inspiration for those young fans as well. They might not have been around to watch the Stewie teams that won 4 in a row, but they just saw you win a title, and they're seeing you push for another one this year. So, last regular season home game at Gamble, you see the signs, you see the young fans. Like, what does that mean?
Like to take a step back and be able to look at those signs and look at the fans and no matter who it is, just seeing the constant love and support, it's really special. Like Caroline said on the court, like that, no matter how long we've been here, it's a constant that we've had, just the love and support from the fans, the student section, everyone. So it means the world that they show up every single night, even when we had like 5 healthy players to now 13 healthy players. But yeah, I don't know. It's so special. But like, it's only something like, you don't see that many places. So to be at the basketball capital of the world with fans that support you no matter what you're going through, the ups and downs, yeah, it's amazing. That's what makes this basketball capital of the world.
Jana, this is your first year back after 2 years of sitting out. Just what's it been like getting more games and getting more reps, both in games and in practice?
I mean, it's phenomenal. It's nothing more that I could have asked for. I mean, being able to be back on the floor, just with these guys, watching KK grow up and watching AZ become the amazing player that she is, and being able to either guard or play with has been like anything I couldn't dream of 2 years ago. And so just being in that position, being able to play with them, I couldn't be grateful for anything.
For Jana and KK, AZ and Caroline have both been here your whole careers. Just what have the two of them meant to you guys?
Ooh, I'm getting emotional. Woo. It's meant a lot, honestly. I mean, they're 2 big sisters, something that I've never expected coming into a program like this, just to have them on every roller coaster that I've been on this year, last year, or my freshman year. They've been a crucial part of my success and everything that I have so far. And just seeing their growth as well, seeing Carol just battle adversity, seeing AZ battle adversity and just come back the player that she is, the great player that she is, it's meant a lot. And just, yeah, I'm going to just stop there because I'm going to start crying. But yeah, they meant a lot to me.
Yes, and the same thing that KK said. I mean, they mean a lot to me and the program and all of us back in that locker room. So, I mean, me being able to be grateful to go through all 4 years with them and watch their careers blossom and go through adversity is, like, it's special. And I didn't think when I was a freshman that I'd get to spend this much time with them, but I'm so grateful that I was along for the journey with them.
Jana, you and Ice came in together, and I think you've gotten to play 2 games total. How tough has that been? But then what's your bond been like off the court 3 or 4 years here?
I mean, speaking off the court, I mean, it's been phenomenal. I mean, me and Ice can lean on each other no matter what, with us coming in together and her battling through hardships, I'm battling through hardships, but both collectively can be there for each other. And, I mean, it was kind of special. She gave me my first bucket assist back for 2 years ago. So, I mean, that's pretty special. And I couldn't ask for anything more because that's like a sister to me, and that will always be a sister to me no matter what.
AZ, you've once said that you were doing what you're doing on the court because of your mom, and she wasn't able to reach all of her goals just because of injuries. How does it feel to have your mom and your dad and your brothers here today?
It's really special to have my parents here today, but also my brothers at almost every game. But just knowing that they're the ones who introduced me to the sport, built my love for the game, and kind of shaped me into the player I was before I got here. So to have them by my side every night it means everything to me.
Easy first possession of the game, you got Caroline a shot in the lane. She got an early free throw. How important was it to kind of get these players that have kind of fought through some early looks and try to get them on the board early?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't like intentional. It's just I told Caroline before the game, like, you need to be aggressive. We're not coming out, like, this is our senior night. We're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy being out here on the floor together. We don't get many opportunities. So that was her being aggressive. I was proud of her for taking that.
Jana, you said you have plenty more basketball ahead of you. Does that mean you're planning to be back next year?
I love my time here at UConn, and I love playing with these group of guys. I should say, you guys are kids. I just aged myself. I'm sorry, but that locker room means everything to me, and the coaching staff and the players in the locker room. I mean, that's family. Those are my sisters, and I would love to be back in that locker room with them.
Wait, I have one more thing to add. I just want to talk about how Jana is one of the hardest workers on our team every single day in practice, in the weight room, no matter where it is. And even though it doesn't always show on the court, she doesn't get the most playing time in the world, but she comes every single day, and we can rely on her to get that rebound, to get that loose ball, the hustle play that we need. No matter how many minutes she gets, she comes in and gives her all. And I just want to make like that public announcement, because she doesn't get the attention that she deserves. But she is one of the best teammates to play with, because she's going to run through a wall for you. So,
and you know the best thing about it? She always keeps a smile on her face.
She does.
Love you guys.
Jana was listed as questionable today, ended up playing and starting. Just what is her status looking like going forward, and what's it like to see her out there just getting minutes?
I didn't think she was going to go. She landed on her hip and it looked pretty painful. So as of yesterday, it was, she was going to be out. And then this morning she said she felt pretty good. But obviously you saw her 2-3 times up and down the floor, and she has to come out. So we'll see where that takes us between now and Thursday.
when the players were in here before they walked out, AZ went out of her way to say what a great teammate is, Jana is, and how much she loves playing with her. And then KK chimed in that Jana's always got a smile on her face. Just given she didn't get to play for 2 years, and how much has she impressed you coming back, and just what she'd like to have off the court?
Yeah, Jana, from the time that she got here as a freshman, has always been, one of the best people to have as a teammate, because she engages with everyone. She works exceptionally hard. She's no maintenance, It is unfortunate that, like it was for a lot of that group, to miss a lot of time, to not be able to play as much as obviously you would love to play when you first go to college and think about what your career is going to be like. But I do think that, we talked about this with the team. There are different journeys for every kid that goes through college, and at the end, you may have gotten what you wanted, you may not have gotten what you wanted, but you certainly got a lot, and it's life-changing for you, for your teammates, for everyone, and it can't all be about what happened on the court. There's so much more to your college career. So I think Jana's gotten a lot out of this. Unfortunately, it didn't translate to having the opportunity to do it on the court.
Gino, Caroline said yesterday that nothing was expected about her time here, from the role she needed to play as a freshman to all the challenges she's been through in the years since. What sticks out to you about the way she's handled both early opportunity and the challenges that followed?
I would say it goes maybe all the way back to recruiting. During the recruiting process, Carol had a lot of things that she had to overcome in high school. A lot of injuries that made it tough for her at the high school level. But she such a tough competitor. She wants to play so badly. That she wouldn't let anything get in the way. And I remember, I remember her stepping into a situation when Paige was hurt that kind of played right into her competitiveness. And I remember the game at DePaul when she first got hit really, really good, and got a bucket at the end of the game in overtime to win it for us. Just that kind of kid, like wants to be out there, wants to be counted on, isn't afraid, isn't worried about, anything other than, what do I got to do to help us win? And she's taken on a lot of different roles in the time that she's been here based on circumstances. And same thing, all the players have a connection one way or another. And that, to me, is what you're trying to do. You're trying to come here and have an impact on and off the court. And she certainly has had that.
Looked like Heckle and Khalees were some of the most emotional, having only been with some of these guys for a couple of months. Does anything feel unique to you about the closeness that this group has managed to have in not too long a time?
Yeah. We talked about it. And the coaches we've talked about it quite often, actually, because it's a little bit unusual to have everybody on the same page, every day. We have 4 players that played a significant role in winning a national championship last year. And you would think that group would be hard to kind of mesh with if you were new, you know. But I think our players are so open and so appreciative of everyone on the team that it's easy. You know, if you're the kind of kid that's looking for a connection, you're looking for, you know, a way to be part of a team, they're going to make it easy for you to do that. And if you're not, if you're struggling with that, they are really good at pulling you in, you know, looking out for you. You know, I'm sure Khalees is probably really emotional. She's probably sitting here thinking, how am I going to get through next year without these guys? You know, and I think too, the younger guys, the younger you are, you're affected because you see yourself in them. Oh my God, that's going to be me in a short period of time. They may think it's a long period of time, but it's not. So I'm glad they feel that way. That tells you even more about that senior class, that they've been able to touch not just their classmates, but, you know, all the young guys as well.
Coach, you talked a little bit last year about the impact and the lessons that you learned from Paige and that group of seniors. Have you taken anything away from this group, and if so, what does it say about them as players?
Yeah, I think ever since, probably ever since the pandemic, right? Ever since 2020, it seems like that's when this whole journey started, right? I kind of I forget exactly the date, the years actually, they all run into each other, but Paige included, this group, you know, throw all the other players that have been part of this group since 2000, and an awful lot has happened. You know, I don't know that any group of players can look back and say anybody's had it harder than we've had it since we've been here. Individually, some harder than others, but as a group, I mean, you think about it, each and every one of them has been affected somehow, some way, some more than others, as I said. So what I would take away, and I mentioned this, is it would have been easy to just give up on you know, trying to finish it, trying to, you know, still get something out of it. Sometimes when you have a lot and you lose it, you're then thrown into, this is going to be the hardest thing you've ever had to do, and then it happens again and again. I can't imagine being in that situation and keep fighting back and keep fighting back. So hopefully that helps them going forward, whether it's in basketball or in, you know, their life after they leave here. But certainly it's been a journey, and certainly it's been an epic adventure for some of them. Certainly has.
Jana, you've seen a lot of your players win Olympic gold. You had a hockey player today from UConn win Olympic gold. How special is it for the university to have something like that?
You know, there's so many great stories on this campus of, you know, Olympians. There was one right behind our bench, Andy Bissett. You know, there's so many great stories, and I know. I remember when, you know, when Tage played here, and you know, you go out, that kid's really good, you know, and you never think that kid's going to win a gold medal in the Olympics. I mean, it's 40 years since we've won a gold medal in men's ice hockey in the Olympics. And then when it does happen, it's probably the most incredible feeling that you can ever imagine. For Cav, for his program, for all of Tage's teammates, and the university, of course. Yeah, You know, it elevates him, and it elevates the hockey program because they'll always have that. You know, and he scored yesterday, which is the last game 2 days ago, right? Yeah, which was really cool. I got a chance to see it. Yeah, you feel like you know these guys, and a lot of the guys that played in this tournament that came through Hockey East, and you saw them play in person. You know, I remember watching BU, and I'm like, man, that kid down there is like really, really good. They go, yeah, he's the best player in the country. I'm like, yeah, damn. There's a lot of really good players out there, and he stands out. And you know, it's the kid Celebrini. You know, you're like, I asked somebody if they could go and check how many of those Olympians that were on the ice today, on both teams, came through Hockey East. And they told me our goalie played at UMass Lowell. Crazy that, you know, if you go over right down the street here, go to Toscano, you can see the greatest hockey players in the world, future great hockey players. So, yeah, I was really excited, and it's great for our university in so many ways, Because I remember going to watch hockey games in the hut, as it was called, freezing your ass off because it was outdoors, and to where we are today, talking about a kid winning an Olympic gold medal, fantastic.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
What did you think of the defensive pressure today from your team as they forced 39 turnovers?
I didn't know it. They were telling me on the way in that we set a record, tied a record for forcing the most turnovers ever. I had no idea. As I was watching, my eyes were hurting from watching all the 3-pointers that we missed, and my ears hurt from the clanging on the rim. So between that, I wasn't paying attention to a lot of the turnovers. But yeah, our pressure was really, really good. We used it the right way. You know, we made Providence play way faster than they play. I mean, they just won 4 games in a row in the league, and I thought we started the game a certain way. You know, even though it's hard to start a whole different lineup, but I thought the pressure was a constant, even though I didn't know the number. You know, that's been something that we've done really well the entire season. All right, thanks everybody.